This is Travis Miller, and these are your yielding minutes. In the spring of 2014, with the help of AgriGold hybrids and Tri-County Ag, we were able to secure a multi-hybrid planter from Kinze. Our goal with a multi-hybrid planter is obviously to be able to place hybrids in the correct position within the field instantly. What we'd really like to see out of it is if a guy had a field that was yielding in the 200 range, we would certainly like to see if we can't bring more consistency to that. We've all had areas where we're going through the field and we see 240, 260 hit the yield monitor, maybe even higher. And then all of a sudden, not too far off in the distance, we start seeing 180 to 150 and maybe even lower. There's obviously something going on there. If it's not a drainage factor, it could be a pH factor, it could be low P or K, it could be poor hybrid placement. So the whole concept of the planter is to be able to identify those areas, place the correct hybrid there so we can have more consistency yield, like I had mentioned before, is if we can pull a consistent 180 out of a lower yielding area, that obviously helps the whole field average out. And then shoot for the moon on some of those higher yielding areas to be able to get up closer to the 250, 270, 280, and 300 bushel range. I think the sky's the limit there, but hybrid placement is going to be key. It's going to be key to know the people you're dealing with on your seed corn so they know their hybrids inside and out, know the parentage behind them so they can place the hybrid correctly, especially with a multi-hybrid planter, so we know what we're doing so we can get that consistency out of that field. It's certainly something that's a new concept within agriculture today. It's something that we really wanted to get our hands on at AgriGold and then also Tri-County Ag so we can be ahead of the game and understand what this new technology might be able to bring to us. The electric meters are what really brought the ability to do a multi-hybrid planter. Right now we are running into a transition zone where we're switching from 6442 AgriGold to 6458 AgriGold. You would see the front meter turn on or off and the back meter turn on or off depending on which hybrid needs to be changed. The meters sit back to back, they go down the same, drop down the same seed tube. There's no mechanics there, only the electronic motors, so it's able to, Kinze was able to fit both of those within the same row unit, which made it extremely simple. Within each field that we're planting, we're putting check strips for just a straight hybrid A or straight hybrid B. So in this particular field, it's, you know, a couple rounds of 6442 without switching on the go, and a couple rounds of 6458 without switching on the go. So within a range of where we would switch hybrids if we were running off of our prescription map. We want to make sure that this technology is bringing something to the table and to be consistent on the number of acres that we're testing. We want to make sure there's test strips within each field to get a better understanding of the technology and then better understanding of hybrids also, because we're going to have to continue to test our hybrids to understand, you know, are they an offense or a defensive variety? In certain situations, can they be flipped around? Can an offensive hybrid that handles high pH work really well in a defensive position where we find a lot of high pH that's not necessarily a really high yielding area? So again, it's going to be key for your seedsmen to know their hybrids with inside and out. This could be a game changer in the industry. We might not see a whole lot out of it. We're not sure. It's the embryonic stage of it, and we're hoping to see some really good consistency out of it. Again, in my opinion, it's certainly got to be able to bring some consistency to yield values throughout a field.
This is Travis Miller with your